So something you're always going to do before you come out and speak about something is to make sure you have the full story. And I made this mistake. I came out, I said that TMZ was clickbaiting a bit, and that TMZ owed Jamahal Hill an apology. But now that more of the stories come out, the police report and everything's come out, I might be just a little bit wrong about the situation. It's looking like Jamahal Hill just straight up sucker punched his older brother. Uh, like again, brothers are gonna fight, but when you're like a UFC fighter, you should have a bit of fucking self control and not go and sucker punch your own brother. So I'll read out the actual police report now that more stuff has come out, which isn't looking very good for Jamahal Hill. If we're going to be honest, it's not a great situation. So according to Kentwood Police Department, police report acquired Tuesday by MMA junkie. Hill's brother reported an assault November 25th. Police made contact at a local emergency room and gathered details of the alleged chat. Okay, let's see. This is the redacted. I was dispatched to meet with the caller, which I imagine is Jamel Hill's brother. This is blurred out, by the way. Some of this stuff is blurred out. Made contact with and his wife in the emergency room and has a swelling on the left side. Stated that on Monday, Jamal home, which was I think this is his address here, stated that Jamal's home was left vacant for multiple months and electricity was shut off for the home, causing all the food in the house to spoil and rot. Jamal and I don't know. I guess that's his brother. Agreed on. I don't know. A lot of this is blurred out. Clearing the house with his wife for $300. Stated he cleaned out the whole house besides the next day when he got into a verbal argument with Jamil about disrespecting women and their mother. Stated that during the argument he left Jamal's hill. Stated that Jamal texted him the next day asked why he never cleaned out. Stated he told he could not clean because he stated he left the unplugged. Stated he wanted half the money. Did not finish the job. Sorry, there is so much shit in here. Cleaned out. Told he never saw it. Then asked why. Then his brother asked why he never texted his own daughter that was at their house for Thanksgiving. He stated they both started arguing again about Jamal being disrespectful to women and about him abandoning his daughter. Stated he asked Jamal why he was acting like he was the like was asking why he was in the he man woman haters club. Said Jamil took his shirt off and started pacing in the kitchen after being asked that question. Stating he turned to look and asked what was wrong with Jamil. Stated that turned when he turned back to face Jamil sucker punched him with a closed fist on the left side of his face. And stated after he struck to the floor and stated that he did not lose consciousness and that he stood back up and stated it's cut out again. Jamal's kid's mother ran over and got between Jamil and himself and stated that he pulled his pants up and put his hands up to protect himself from Jamal, but never moved towards Jamal. Stated that he saw Jamal push the mother out of the way and the ground when she tried to stop the altercation. Said that Jamal then reached around who was in between the two of them, punched him a second time, again on the side of his left side of his face, causing him to fall to the floor. Stated that when he was hit the second time, he was in a daze and did not know if Jamal kicked him additional times. Stated that after the altercation, he went to the truck in his run, sat in the debating whether or not to call the police, and said he was struggling with the decision to call the police because Jamal is his brother and he didn't want to ruin Jamal's UFC fighting career. His brother stated that the Jamal came outside of the house one more time while he was on the truck and yelled something but did not understand what Jamal had stated. He eventually left Jamal's driveway and went to their father's house to tell him what happened to show him his face. Someone stated that he texted Jamal multiple times asking why he assaulted him and wanted an apology, but Jamal never replied. Stated that he sent Jamal pictures of his injuries on his face and Jamal still never texted him back. Told him he needed to go to the hospital and still never replied. Stated that she witnessed the entire thing. I guess the woman that he shoved collaborated his story, what he said about what Jamal did. And Jamal were arguing and she did not get involved because it was not physical and they were brothers arguing about family. His brother stated, no, I mean the woman stated that Jamal took off his shirt when started speaking truth about Jamal's defense. So pretty much the woman who was there, uh, agreed with everything that his brother said. So sorry that that really did go on along there. It was a really long. I was trying to decipher. I was trying to read all that shit. Like a lot of it was all blurred out and shit as well. I was trying to decipher all that shit. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's a good scenario here by any means. It doesn't look very good for Jamal Hill. He's pretty much. I guess it's come out that he did sucker punch his brother. There's fighting with your brother, which still not good, especially when you're a mixed martial artist. But like straight up sucker punching your brother is not a good look when you're a professional athlete. Like you're an actual trained fighter. You're meant to show some level of discipline, but maybe some alcohol was involved. It doesn't really mention that. Maybe he was a bit drunk, and obviously that's going to fuel your emotions a bit more. But the situation doesn't look good for Jamal Hill. Like just straight up sucker punching him, then hitting him again, shoving the woman who was in the way. Obviously he was very fired up about what the guy was saying, what his brother was saying, I should say. His brother did just straight call him a deadbeat dad. I mean, Jamal Hill does have like fucking 100 kids, so I don't know why he can't just text all of them. I know he's got a lot of them, but like, make them all feel wanted or something. But I don't know the situation. Maybe he had a falling out with that girl's mother. Not sure. He's got that many kids, so it's like hard to know. I think a lot of them are to different mums, so maybe he just had a falling out with that girl's mum or something like that, like that daughter's mum. I'm not sure, but still, not a good look, not a good situation. I don't want to just be a drama channel, but I did just want to make a quick update on the Jamal Hill situation, just because I did sort of, I came out somewhat in very big defense of Jamal Hill, and obviously I said if anything changed, I would make a video just to correct it. I'm not going to say like Jamal Hill is like an evil person or anything. Like, sometimes your emotions get the better of you. It's not like he fucking tried to attempt to kill him or anything. He just punched him. It's, his brother said some shit that would have really pissed him off. So I do understand that, but it's still not a good situation at all, especially when you are a trained fighter. Uh, Especially the sucker punch him as well. That's a bit fucked up. Just because you are a fighter, like you don't have to sucker punch someone. But I get it. His brother, pissed him off. But it's still not an excuse when you're a fighter. You need to show some level of discipline, but still, just not ideal, man. Ariel Hawani is gonna be fucking jerking off his little doodle to this shit. Like he's generally gonna be through the move. Like I fucking told you he's an anti-Semite. What the heck, Jamal? Why would you do that? You, you perv? You domestic abuser? He would say some fucking stupid shit. Sorry, that was more MMA Joey. MMA Joey's loving this. He is still a fucking fat freak. I don't know why he's obsessed with Jamal Hill like this. Like, he's a bit weird. He's got some weird obsession with Jamal Hill, but still really fucked up situation here. But I don't know. I guess maybe there was a long-standing rivalry between the two brothers. Like maybe this was just a accumulation. That still is a possibility. Maybe the brothers have just been on bad terms for a while, and it just finally came to a boiling point. That could be a possibility. Like I'm not defending Jamal Hill's actions. Obviously, that he shouldn't have fucking sucker punched his brother. Like that's not justifiable in this situation. If he wanted to fight his brother, he didn't have to throw the first punch like that. He could have shoved him or slapped him, initiated a fight sort of like that. But just to punch him when he's not looking is like fucking pretty cowardly. And I know he's a UFC fighter, former UFC light heavyweight champion. And yes, I know he would probably fucking, well, not probably, he would. He would kill me in a fight. He's a lot bigger than me and he's a trained fighter. But I could say these things like he is it is a cowardly move to fucking sucker punch anybody, let alone when you are a UFC fighter. Like, cowards punching people is just not good at all. Like, sucker punching anyone is not ideal. Unless, like, you're in a life or death situation and, like, they're coming at you with a weapon or something, or you need to defend yourself before they strike, then yeah, I understand it. But not when you're having a fucking, I get it's a heated dispute, verbal, like, dispute, but it doesn't justify him just straight up fucking bopping his fucking brother. Like, like he should have saved it. He should have saved this. Now that he's done this, he's got a strike to his name if he doesn't go to prison. Now he can't fucking assault. I was hoping I'd get to see Jamal Hill brutally assault Errol Hawani, but now that's not going to happen because you go to fucking prison. You fucked it up for everyone, Jamal. I'm not even joking. I really wanted to see him smack up fucking Errol Hawani because Hawani's been talking a lot of shit about him, but still, Hawani hate alone. You know, Helwani hate aside, sorry. Still a horrible situation, like I say. Not justifiable at all. You can't sucker punch anyone, especially when you're a UFC fighter and your life isn't even in danger, and it's your fucking brother. You know, just a fucked up situation all round from Jamal Hill here. Maybe there's more to the story. That there is three sides to every story. There's his side, there's Jamal's side, and then there's the truth. So there's probably I'm sure that his brother and that woman aren't saying the complete story, and Jamal Hill is obviously he's going to have a whole different story to it as well. The truth is going to be somewhere in the middle, more than likely. But I guess if you're going to base it on anything, I would imagine that Jamal's brother and that woman, her story's probably their story's probably got to be more closer to the truth. But I'm sure they're leaving some details out. Especially in these situations. There's always something they're leaving out. Obviously, especially when it's two against one, they have more leverage to make up the stuff or just leave stuff out. But it's still, like I say, not an ideal situation. I'm not defending Jamal Hill. I think it's a shitty thing to do. Like, it's generally really scummy to fucking straight up sucker punch your brother. I get having a fight with your brother, like that's okay. I mean, it's still not good. You shouldn't fight with your brother, but that's like more justifiable. Sometimes even with family, I mean with family especially, they can really get under your fucking skin, and sometimes you just have a punch up with like your cousins or something. It's not ideal, but it happens. Like, it really does happen, and I can understand that, but not just straight hitting your brother when you're the trained fighter who's just the fact that he is a trained athlete and everything. You would imagine he would have some discipline, but I guess Jamal Hill's just one of those guys who I guess he can't just fully control his emotions. Because we've seen him he gets mad a lot online. If anyone picks against him in a fight or anything, he does seem to get he takes shit a lot very personally. Like Jamal Hill is very aggressive, let's just say, but yeah, it's he is pretty aggressive. Like, he's very, I wouldn't even say passive about it. He's just straight up aggressive. Like he doesn't even hide that he's wants to fucking kill anyone if they pick against him. Like, he really takes that shit to heart. Like, really takes it to heart. Like, if someone told him that, if he's seen someone and they recognized him and they asked for a photo, I feel like if he would ask them mid photo, like, who you picking, me or Alex? And if they said they were picking Alex Bahia, I feel like he'd straight just fucking, nah, I'm not taking a photo with you, motherfucker. Like, I feel like he would be that type of guy, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But still, this is just a shit situation. But like I mentioned before, I did just want to make an update on it, just because I did sort of take Jamal Hill's side, and I probably shouldn't have. It was just what had come out that I wasn't fully defending Jamal. I just said we got to wait to see more stuff come out. But it does look like, Jamal Hill was in the wrong here. But maybe there'll be more stuff that comes out. Maybe it'll come out that, the woman and Jamal's brother will maybe collaborating together to maybe get a payment or something out of Jamal Hill. Who knows? He's a UFC fighter. He's got money. That could be something. I don't know the character of his brother or this woman, so I'm not accusing them of anything. I'm just saying there is still more possibilities in this case. It's not just because there's a police report doesn't mean that's the full story. Like, there could be more that we don't know about. They could be working together. They could be, they might just have a fucking deep vendetta against Jamal Hill. Like, we don't know. There is more that could go to this situation that we really don't know because we weren't there. So I'm not going to just straight up come out and say Jamal Hill's a fucking scum of the earth or anything like that. But if this is the true story and everything, it is a very scummy move. But like I said, he could have been drunk. There could have been alcohol influencing his decisions. There is a few things that we don't really know. We don't know this whole situation. But anyway, like I say, we should wait a bit more, just see if anything else comes out. And it'll be interesting to see if he does still fight Alex Pereira. That'll be an interesting press conference. The journalists are pretty cowardly. They won't ask him any questions about it, I don't think. Maybe Errol Hawani, but he doesn't have fucking media coverage. He doesn't have a media pass, so I think Jamal will be fine. Nobody will really ask him any of these questions. Dana will fucking just threaten to take all their media passes if they do ask him anything about it, so he should be alright. But it'll be interesting to see if he does still get the fight with Pereira, or if maybe the winner of Walker and Kalaev gets the fight. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, that's all I've got to say. So thank you for watching. Sorry, this is like a pretty decent rant about this. I just wanted to get all of the story. I didn't want to half-ass this video. I had to read everything just so I didn't miss anything. I didn't want to miss a single detail because, you know, it would just be a bit embarrassing if I have to make a follow-up video and be like, oh, it turns out I missed out this thing, guys. Like, but yeah, situation got a little bit worse, but we'll see if maybe something comes out that Jamal had a reason for it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's ever a good reason to just fucking punch your brother, even if he is saying you're a deadbeat dad. I don't. It's not really an ideal thing to happen, but you know, there's always more to a story that we don't know about. Maybe more stuff will come out. I don't really know the laws in Michigan, so I think they're in Michigan, so I don't really know if there's like what the legal process is there, if he'll get off, if he'll get fined, or if he'll do prison time. I imagine he won't do any prison time, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really know much about the American crime system, if I'm being honest. I barely know anything about the Australian crime system, but anyway, yeah, that's all I've got to say. So sorry I ended that outro on a bit of a long tangent there, but yeah, that's all I've got to say. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far into the video, make sure you give it a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on this situation. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Oh yeah, I forgot to even mention the irony of him being in a fucking his agency literally being called Sucker Punch Entertainment is like fucking crazy. Like that is some fucking next level irony. Like next we'll see fucking Pat Barry open up a fucking agency and it'll be Nonce fucking Productions or some shit like that. You know, or John Jones will start a fucking MMA agency and it'll be fucking Wife Beaters Incorporated or some shit. Like it's just a fucking crazy coincidence there, but yeah, it doesn't look good for him in that situation that he literally is under an agency called Sucker Punch. So I just thought I'd mention the irony of that. But anyway, yeah, that's all I've got to say. I just wanted to add that little bit there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Once again.